A couple of months ago, we tested the 2024 Grand Highlander Hybrid from Toyota. Loaded up with everything. It maxed out at 53 grand. The luxury brand of Toyota, Lexus, has their version of this vehicle. The TX 350, assembled in Princeton, Indiana. Yeah, buy American. And does cost a wee bit more, especially when you add all of the options. Options like this, I'll just scroll down slowly. Cargo mats, we're being charged for a cargo mat. Door edge guards, oh please. $155 for the door edge guards, $150 for the carpet mats, and we go right on up the aisle here. The sound system is definitely worth the $1,160 though. And here's the total tab. A wee bit more than the Toyota. Well, here it is. I think it's a pretty decent looking vehicle. In our view from the front and from the rear. One of the first things we do when we get a vehicle is to check and see what brand of tires we're getting, because a lot of car makers are putting cheap garbage tires from weird countries and weird brands, but these are Goodyears, so I think we're in good hands. These are 20-inch wheels, about as large as you want to go. There's an upgraded model that has 22 inches, and not a good idea. It will destroy your ride quality, but I think we're okay here. And the next thing we do is check and see if there's a spare tire. Yes, it is under this panel. I pried it up, took a little peek, but getting rid of all this stuff and pulling it out is a pain in the butt. I'm not going to do it. But the tire is under there. And I'm getting ahead of myself by showing you this, but we're already here. This is a 3-row vehicle. The 3rd row seats are folded, as you can see. This is listed as a 7-passenger, which is possible if you get a 2nd row bench seat. We don't have that here. So that would be a 6-passenger for this particular one. And they're electric. Press the magic button. Press the magic button, the seats slowly come up. I prefer manual seats myself, just grab and yank them up, but some people are just too weak. And the third thing we do is take the headlights out in the dark and see how they perform and do a night drive. We did that already. Posted that video on YouTube. If you didn't see it, we'll have a link for that at the end of this video, so you're not missing anything. Let's look under the hood, and a lot of people are upset because Lexus is no longer offering their 3.5 liter V6. It was a nice engine. It put out 295 horsepower. It was rate 23 mpg overall, 20 to 27 spread. Instead, it's replaced with this 2.3 liter turbo. Now, why did they do that? You think you have a fuel economy advantage, but nope. It's rated at 21 to 27 mpg with an average of 23, just like the V6. No improvement there. And horsepower drops from 295 to 275. No improvement there. But there is one advantage, and that's torque output. The output on this one is 370 pounds-feet of torque at a low 1700 RPM, which means at low speeds you got lots of pulling power versus the V6, which is only 263 pounds-feet at a high 4700 RPM. So the bottom line, low speed driving in the city, or if you're pulling heavy weight, this motor is going to respond a lot better than the V6. Unfortunately, like it says on this little sticker here in front of the gas cap, requires premium fuel. The same basic engine used in the Toyota Highlander, they recommend standard unleaded, not premium, and it drops horsepower from 275 to 265. So I guess that would be the price you pay if you switch from premium to regular in this particular motor. But I'm obligated to tell you, Lexus owner's manual says use premium. I can't tell you to use something else, even though I would. Your choice, if it's your vehicle. We've got a nice 8-speed automatic transmission connected to an all-wheel drive unit. You can get this in 2-wheel drive, which supposedly gets 1 mile per gallon better in the fuel economy. A large info screen. Here's what the camera system looks like. Nice resolution. And if you don't want to use the standard mirror that reflects glass, we have a camera system here too. Great for driving on the freeway. You get a wide view, both rear and both sides. This costs extra, by the way, part of the technology package for $2,000. Money well spent. The glove box looks big on the outside, but there's hardly any room on the inside unless you take out the super thick owner's manual, which is like about 800 pages or something like that. I say put it back in the storage area with a spare tire. Doesn't really need to be in here. Climate controls, hard controls, easy to reach. You don't have to scroll through anything. A radio volume knob, thank you. I do not like this gauge cluster. Once again, Toyota, Lexus, and their plastic covers, reflecting glare. I can't. This is a brand new vehicle. They know this is a problem. Why didn't they do away with this? And I can hardly see the gauges, even though I have the illumination turned up all the way. Now, this is the worst case scenario. As you change the angles, you can see a little bit more, but still, this shouldn't be here. On the positive side, this is a very comfortable vehicle to drive in city commuting. Smooth ride, good driving position. And this little turbo does have a lot of low-end grunt. The question is, what is the real fuel economy? We're going to take this out on the freeway and find out. We're going to take a highway trip, see what type of fuel economy numbers we can get. In city commuting, only been seeing around 19 mpg. Hopefully we'll do better out here on the freeway. By the way, this is a very comfortable highway cruiser. Low wind noise, smooth ride, great driving position. Nice for long trips. That's the end of our trip. 22.8 mpg. Alright, second night in a row, did another highway trip. Just around 117 miles. Less wind this time. It is slightly better at 25.4. Not quite up to the 26 mpg claimed on the window sticker, but close enough. We're going to stop by the ranch house and get some supplies, go out and do some ranch patrol. Try to keep this vehicle clean. 20 mile per hour winds, that's going to be a lost cause out here in the desert. This vehicle is capable of off-roading, but light duty use only. It's not a Jeep Wrangler or Land Rover. Mainly for smooth dirt roads with occasional bump or two. Then you'll be okay. Recreational use. This suspension does a pretty good job of absorbing bumps on these rugged washboard dirt trails. And it's hot outside. The air conditioning does a pretty good job of keeping you cool. Well, we're done with our ranch patrol. Time to go back on pavement, where this vehicle really belongs. So what's my take on this Lexus TX 350 after a week of driving? It's a pretty nice vehicle, and it's made by Toyota, so it's going to be reliable. However, I'm kind of concerned about this 4-cylinder replacing the 6-cylinder situation. I have a problem with that myself. There are a lot of times replacing a 6 with a Turbo 4 works, and sometimes it doesn't. And here we have a Turbo 4 that's really no quicker than the V6 it replaces. It doesn't get better fuel economy than the V6 it replaces, so aside from ease of production, I don't really see the point. The real question is, customers going down to buy another Lexus, are they going to care there's no longer a V6? Well, we'll find out when the sales figures come out. Other than that, it's a pretty nice vehicle, and if it's too expensive for you, there's always the Toyota Grand Highlander version. Save yourself $5 or $10 grand. Your choice. And now here comes our headlight tested night drive video. Just click and watch. There it is.